Hey everyone, my name is Anthony Diezzo and I'm a vegetable grower for Thorndon Park Produce in Adelaide, and welcome to our new show, Growers Access. So here in Growers Access, we pull the curtain back and we let everyone know the cool ins and outs of producing a perfect vegetable crop. So in today's episode, we're going to look at the early stages of a crop's development. As the crop grows, it will produce a little root just like that. So you got to keep that top level of the soil moist pretty much at all times, especially when it's hot. If you have a decent potting mix, that will have plenty of food in there for that initial growth of the plant. So I wouldn't worry about adding anything to that. What I would focus on is making sure that your plants are getting plenty of sun, plenty of water, and plenty of attention. So if you have a look at these early stages of this crop's development, this time is very important because this is when the roots will start to grow and they will start searching for nutrients, they'll start searching for water. So you want to make sure that they have all that accessible to them, because if you don't and you say you don't water enough, the roots are only going to go so far and that crop can only push along so far. The stronger the root, the better the crop. So in these initial stages, give the crop as much care as possible. Once they start developing those true leaves and you start seeing the structure of what you're growing, it's going to start looking like an onion, it'll start looking like a parsley, it'll start looking like a spinach. Once you start seeing that, that means you're developing that root system. And that's when you can start worrying about, okay, maybe I'll feed it a little bit more, maybe I'll do this. But in these early stages, keep the water levels up, make sure they're getting plenty of sun and plenty of care. So another thing to think about is your soil type and what you're planting into. If you're planting into a potting mix that has great drainage, well, just be aware of that. Because if the water's traveling down too fast and it's a really hot day and that topsoil's staying too dry, you might want to change your watering to, say, nighttime. Nighttime, there's less evaporation and that'll keep that topsoil nice and moist, and in those early stages the plants will thank you so much for that. So now I've given you a couple of tips for those early stages. Stay tuned to this channel, there'll be more videos on the way where we look at further into the plant's lifespan, give you more tips about growing nice fresh veggies at home. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Look forward to seeing you next time.